Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Damien, and this is my very first video and my very first vlog, Sights and Cities. I'm doing this to give myself a chance to be real about it, to show complete strangers and friends alike what I'm like when stripped down to my very core. This is a shared vlog, and my co-host is my beautiful, amazing girlfriend, Haley. Do me a favor, don't leave sleazy comments or flirt with her, and we'll be okay, and I won't have to eat your soul up. And if I do have to, I'm not going to feel guilty about it. Just gonna keep that in mind. I'm 17 years old, born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska, and before you ask, yes, I am transsexual, female male to be exact. I honestly don't care if you like it or not. It's who I am. And you can easily close out of this vlog if it bothers you so much. But if you do want to stay and watch this, you can be respectful to me, I can be respectful to you. I like debating, and people have different opinions on me, and I don't senselessly bash over the internet. I promise. I think that's all you really need for my intro. There's not much more exciting information you can get from me. Oh, just so you know, Haley and I will both be posting a video once a week that tackles 3 issues that affect our lives in some way, shape, or form. Today, I'll only have 2 issues, and here's the dinner intro. My issues today are masculinity and stereotyping. Oh, masculinity, how I've come to hate you. No, I don't mean masculine in its truest form. Defined as pertaining to or characteristic of a man or men, or having qualities traditionally ascribed to men as strength and boldness. But I do have issues when it's used to bash somebody and make them feel weak. I used to never concern myself with traditional masculinity. I thought I am the way I am. If people didn't like it, then they could go F off and ask their own needs for all I care. But then I realized masculinity is such a huge deal for men, then shouldn't I conform to whatever people thought was traditional masculinity? I spent today looking at how most males do everything, including how they drove, and I felt ridiculous trying to mimic how somebody drove. I don't have anything to prove to anyone. I really don't. But at the exact same time, to be perceived as masculine by a stranger is important. I want people to look at me and know that's happened before, but at the same time, I don't think it's happened enough. I've met people who refuse to pick a gender. They say they're gender neutral, and they think masculinity is a joke, at least the masculinity that they were forced by growing up. And I think I stand with them. Having to prove your masculinity is unneeded and unnecessary unless you're proving it to yourself. But what do you guys think? Is traditional masculinity important? Is there any real answer to the question, what is masculine? And then stereotyping. It drives me absolutely insane. I was on a drive today with my cousin, and she was ranting about how she was an outcast, and all these preppy girls kept attacking her like, oh, you're evil, blah blah blah, you're emo, and you cut yourself, and blah blah blah. And I was like, what the hell? How can you tell if someone cut themselves by just looking at them? You can't. It's not something that you can look at someone and say, yo, you definitely cut yourself because you look like you're in a shitty situation with what you're wearing because it's all black and sad. No, people, that's not how life works. There's no way that you can stereotype someone into preppy or emo or punk or scene or grunge or anything like that and assume you know them. Nobody is gonna care enough to contour themselves completely to the stereotype. Nobody's gonna care enough. Like, I don't even know what my stereotype is. People have asked me, yo, what clique do you belong to? What do people say behind your back? Blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to force myself into any stereotype. It's like forcing yourself into a box. And once you're in this box, you refuse to expand because then you'll just break out of your comfort zone and it'll be really awkward for you because you're too used to acting like everyone thinks you should act. And it's just not something anyone should be forcing themselves into doing. We've taught ourselves and we've taught our children to be really paranoid of people who look different because they're scary and they're dangerous and they could hurt you. Like when you walk down the street, you think, I'm not going to talk to that stranger because that stranger looks scary and that guy could hurt me. You shouldn't think like that. You should try and at least understand that person. Yeah, it causes mistakes. It sometimes causes some serious things to go down, but that's not bad. It's like learning from your own mistakes. You can't be sheltered from everything, just like you can't be sheltered from different people. And it's only going to hurt them and keep hurting them if you force them to stereotype. Okay, so I think I've talked a little bit too much in this vlog, but I really hope at the very least I've got you interested. Okay, Damien out.